Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This time we'd like finish the MGMT 50/50 responsible business for professionalism, and we're supposed to finish the assignment 2 report here. Yes, it is due in week 7, so now it's week 6. We like to have a bit preparation for that, so let's go for that. So sorry for that. Wait a minute. Before we start the assignment, we are supposed to know the requirement first. So in that case, we like to open the assignment guide for the assignment report. So we can see here the deadline here, 30% representation, 1,700 words. So let's finish it. I have just watched a video in the Moodle. So it's the assessment new report here. Report. Sorry for that. Assessment. Report. Let's change the sorry, I forgot to change adjust the version. It's still the Chinese version, but don't worry. So let's see the overall task. So you task read. So let's see the brief. So my task is, so the first no, not first task. So my first part, read the structure report, analyzing a critical essential. If in FIFA you will contextually analyzing its implication recommendation. Yes. So we need to change the format, adjust format. Yes, analyzing. I think it's in the English version. Great, right? And in that case, I do not know what that means. Contextualize. Contextualize. Choose one only. And I'm supposed to choose one only. So in that case, I like to. Great. No, it's too far away. This is great. So carbon footprint and being responsible for mega event. I think I'd like to choose this one. Governance, cooperation, and accountability. I think real one is good. Next. So let's see the structure here. So one is part A. Two, sorry, we do not have the number of words. It's enough. And the part lowercase, part A, part B. Sorry, it comes from the part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Each part, it contains several I need to make the format correct. So 5 double analyze. So let's see the case. See the case here. Divide here. So the topic is that FIFA is a global governing body for football and one of the world's most powerful sports organizations, generating generating billions in revenue through broadcasting rights, sponsorship, and mega events, while operating as a non-profit associations. And in the FIFA President's 2023 Football Union's World Strategy Obligation Global Game 2023-2027 report, go, what that mean? Go fix committed FIFA to take its goal responsibilities and to enabling sustainable developments. So goal 6. So what is goal 6? I mean, to pay attention to goal 6. Using this goal 6, particularly in relation to climate change aspects and human rights. Despite these commitments, FIFA has faced substantial criticism over ethical governance, sustainability issues, raising serious questions about its role, power, and responsibility as a global sports institution. And critical issue selection, so just using the governance, accountability, is FIFA has a long history of all corporation scandals involving bribery, undue influence, and limited transparency, particularly in World Cup bidding process, such as controversial 2018, 2018 and 2022 host election. Although FIFA has introduced clear governance reform, ethical commitments, and compliance framework, citing against that, argue that these measures have not fundamentally allowed how power and decision making operate within the organization. Okay, great. So we need to look what is the goal 6. We can put in a comment in the website. Yes, it's okay with me. Goal 6 commitment. So we need to have a better understanding of this. To make a comment, and it's a comment here. Yes, let's continue. Okay, back to the guideline. So in the part 1, it called contextualizing the critical issue, contextualizing the critical issue overview using 5W, issuing overall using 5W. Sorry for that. So the key question is, what is FAM? Is FAM framework what, why can be used? And next is suppose your point with the in-text settings, and I need to have a comment here. Tips. So it's the in rubric. Next is B, which I'm only using pastel. Great, pastel. So it contains the pastel grade, analyzing political, economic, and local factor. Present your analysis in 6-box grid form using dot point to clarify. Present your analysis in the 6-box, including grading in the main body, not in the So what does that mean? So past the summary. So it contains a summary. We'll write a short summary, highlight the most common conditions shaping the using in-text citing. Note the pastel gray is not included in the word count. So I need to make a few comments here. So first one is, what is the 5W? Maybe in previous lectures, 5W, heading the use supported point with in-text. So what is the in-text citation? Citations. What is in-text citations? And then the pastel gray. So it's curious that what is the pastel gray? Analyze political, economic, social, and log factor. Present the answer with six box. Same use a dot for clarification in the main body. Include the grade in the main body of your report. So include main body in the main body. Where is the main body? So how it should be used, not used, connected. How it should be connected. And the summary here is the most significant factor shaping this different using in-text. Still, I am confused about how to in-text citation correct this. When personal is not great, yes, then we need to copy the topic tips in rubrics. So finish that. And part 2, that's maybe this main body. So identify 2 key concepts arising from the content analysis and have significant sustainable implication for FIFA. Analyzes each concern separately using the same structure below. 2 key concerns arising from your analysis. So that's the key. Each is structured below. Describe the concern, its impact, and what it might clearly explain issue, the impact on relevant stakeholder, and what is escalating strengthening strategically significant for FIFA using evidence such as example data where appropriate. Apply a sequence framework. So what is at least one? Sorry for that. We need to back to the report, and then the part 2. To this one is framework to analyze why the concern is ethical significant, and link the concern to relevant SDGs. Where relevant, use other courses concepts to strengthen your analysis and explain the consequences. Sorry for that. Explain the potential consequences of FIFA if the concern is not addressed. And the suspended implication. Write clearly with and in the third parties. Write clearly and professionally in their third person and supportive analysis in your. Okay. So it's very obvious for you that it's the guideline gave me the. So it must be the. It should be. It is the is the main. Sorry, well, what's main body? So, two concerns, etc. arising from a context here. So, we it should have two is enough. Two concerns in the similar format, I think. Format. Sorry for that. Great. And we have significant notices. So that have a significant ethical implication, ethical or ethical implication. So we need to line. Sorry for that. Wait a minute. Yes, analyze each concern simply using the same structure. So describe a concern, explaining why it's. So it contains. It is a format. What concerns? What results? And why? It's a basic format. Clearly explain issue, its impact on the relevant stakeholder. Clearly explain issue, its impact on relevant stakeholder, and why. So, and why it's significant for FIFA using evidence such as example. So these two with as examples of data we appropriate, so we comment for the above comments, adding the parts. So what is in what result. So it is the influence for the stakeholders and why it is why it is important. So the ethically implication for FIFA use support adding supports. Great. So ethic framework. So we need to know at least one framework. Record the application of the ethical framework. Great. To assign why the concern is linked to the concern SDG link to the concern. So the connection between the concern and SDGs. Yes, at least one or two. Relevant using this to strengthen. Yes. So I like to use the ESG stakeholder theory and the system thinking, and more important, it is the other course concepts. So I can use the management accounting, that whatever. So explain consequences, explain potential consequences if the concern not addressed, if the concern. So use sorry for this. Use the what. Sorry for that. What if method for not addressing yes in a third party in profession clear in the third party person. So it's my standpoint in the report. Great, that's fine. Let's see the part 3 recommendation. 225 250 words, thousands and yes, it's not 3 parts. Reflection. Oh, it contains lots of words. Based on your analysis question, article address ethical. Based on you analysis in part 2, propose 2 actionable recommendations that address the ethical or concern identified for each recommendation. So we need to have 2 recommendations, 2 concerns, 2 recommendations. Yes, great. Clearly explain what FIFA should do. Ensure the recommendation is specifically realistic and appropriate to FIFA. And identify potential risks associated with implementing a recommendation. Potential risk. Suggest how these risks can be managed or mitigated. Write the session in third person, including in-text citing where appropriate. Still, I'm confused about the in-text session. So it's recommendation, purpose action, recommendation, 2 concern, 2 concerns, 2 recommendations. Yes, address the sorry for that. Now this part, yes. For each recommendation, explain what should do, supposed to do. For each recommendation, specific, realistic, and appropriate. For what should FIFA do? Potential risks associated with sorry for that. Potential risks and how to manage the risks. Yes, it's sync, but in text setting. Sorry for that. Still, what is the in-text citations? So it's a cite of the reference or cite of the, I think it's a cite of reference. So the part 4 is fully comparative essay reflection. Great. Connect is a bummer. Connect is explored in assignment in another organization context. What that means? Connect is to identify one organization you are part of and explain your role or connection to that. So it's just identify one ethical tension present in both FIFA and this organization. Reflect on what this comparison review of professional include. What that mean? Reflect on what this comparison relieve about professional responsibility in practice, including one responsibility you believe professionals have in the decision making, and one concrete action you would initially do act on this responsibility, and briefly note one limitation of the compression applying it from on the real organizations. Research requirements at least 3 Gen AI integrity submission order. So we need to wait a minute. We need to insert great. So in that case, it's reflection. So it's reflect means in a connection, connection in real world. Connected is exploring assignment with context. Identify one part, university, workplace, sport team, student, society. Explain your role and all your connecting. Identify one ethical tense present in both. So I need you to translate. Identify one tensive present in both. Ethical tension. One ethical tension. So what does that mean? What is that? What is the tension means? Sorry. Tension means. And reflect on what the comparable operating in practice, including reflect on what this compression relieves about professional responsibility practice. So what does that mean? I do not fully understand. One respond on what the compression relieves about professional responsibility. Honestly, you believe professionals have in this situation one concrete action you will initiate to act in. So if I relieve it, I can reflect on what this compression relieve about professional responsibility. So it is. So it means it contains two parts. Believe. So what? In practice, reflect on what this compression relieve about professional responsibility. So what does that mean? Reflect on what this compression relieves about professional. So it's a reflection. It's a reflection of what is the responsibility for the professional, what you could do immediately. So is that I think that's the point. Great. And next is the research requirement. It's a simple copy task. You must have 3 years at least. So that's critical. That's the most important part. So we can just use the screen card. If you are uncertain to conduct the laboratory research, please reach out. So we need to use the yes, great. On your run browser and using the following list, you may also need to use credit sources such as courses material, other peer review journey, credible media article, organization report, great. And the Gen AI integrity important. Yes, and the submission and requirement. Word document only. Point find arrow or timeline new. 1.5 line space left justified harvest reference. So that's the requirement for for the assignment guide, and we need to find the rubric for here. So the first one, we just copy it. It's the understanding of FIFA. Sorry for that. Sorry. Issue using 5W framework. So the first one is the demonstrate. Okay, I think that's all about. After finishing this, I'll continuing finishing the remaining of the rubric requirements in the same way. So that's all about the introduction of the assignment 2.